So we're getting here in the beginning of October. Fall is on the way. Weather pattern just literally changed in the last 2 days here in Florida. We're gonna come on in to our building. We've never done a real facilities tour, so I'm gonna do it quickly and we're gonna get a good overview. So the building itself is about 24,000 square feet. We renovated the entire space, everything. It took us about 9 months to renovate the whole space. First thing I put in was this jellyfish aquarium. There was a wall here. We put a see-through 450-gallon beautiful jellyfish aquarium. That was the first aquarium operating in the building. Renovated all the offices, the floors, the tiles, put up a couple of large TVs with our rad portfolios going across. We have our 2,000-gallon full-blown reef aquarium. This is now running about 3.5 years, all aquaculture corals throughout, and it really is doing super well growing. I have another trade show aquarium here on wheels. This one I'm going to set up before I leave next week for a month. This is going to be a see-through soft coral reef aquarium. It has its light sail that I developed to go on top of the aquarium to get it out of the way for when you service, but it's super cool. You can swing it out of the way completely, but that's going to be another beautiful aquarium. I have this other jellyfish aquarium that'll also get filled before I leave. This one will probably put a new species of jellyfish in, but this was also on wheels that we used at trade shows. We're really not going to bring it out anymore to do that. The filtration system for the 1680 is pretty significant. It's very detailed, operating, all DELTEC equipment. There's an Apex with the dose as well, clear water scrubbers, and then my really cool calc-washer reactor. This thing is working super well. Lots of chemipure going out. And then off into the warehouse. You get into the warehouse, you'll notice it's all concrete T construction. This building is built like a bunker. Full line of all the DELTEC equipment here for delivery anywhere in North America and for all the customs that we build as well. At the end of the day, really nobody's around, but typically every day there's about 18 people on site every single day. Finished goods with chemipures there. You'll see a lot of pallets out ready to go. I looked at it a minute ago. We got Tampa going out. I got a Petco going out. There's some other ones. There's one going to Arizona right there. Here's our big gantry that we build the large glass reef aquariums on, or we might lift them up and put them on the delivery trailer or into a truck for delivery outbound, but that gantry has really helped out a lot. Lots of jellyfish art aquariums in stock ready for shipping. CHEMI-PURE is a pulsing thing. You get lots of waves of shipments. There's one there going to Turkey, and there's another larger one there going to Doha, which is Qatar, some tropic marine salt, which we really like and use a lot. More finished goods with CHEMI-PURE, and then we'll go into the back. This is all CHEMI-PURE production. You have bottles and caps and bags and labels and jars, and our semi-automated production line here rolls all the way through. Capper, you got white caps there. They're probably making CP10 labels right there. So you'll make the CHEMI-PURE coming down through here. 3 forklifts on site, new air compressor over this way. 3 guys are in this area all the time, working every day. Again, a ton of bottles for CHEMI-PURE ready to go. RO filters and DI filters for the whole building. So we can produce out of here about up to 1,500 gallons a day in 0 TDS water through the RO and the double stage large DI canisters too. And coming back through all your cardboard for the CHEMI-PURE line, any and all boxes for any and all formulas, including Vitachem, ChemiClean, they're all here in this large space. We'll now go into the aquaculture division. So this is the first lab we put together. This is jellyfish art. Somebody put my face up here with my I Love Hip Hop shirt. Did you see that? So the Jelly Lab, it's really come along super well. Here's some extra large jellyfish we're growing out for a special order or a large jellyfish aquarium we're building now. All of our jellyfish, or 99% of them, are grown right in this space. Sometimes I do collect some out in the wild for new broodstock, but it's Aurelia aretus species. But throughout the whole area, there's live sponges and there's jellyfish and more jellyfish. Here's some XLs ready, larges, mediums, smalls. All sizes of jellyfish typically available at all times. We have auto feed systems. You have your small jellyfish under production right here, but these little guys might be, so from 8 and today we are at, almost 2 months, but that's how long it takes just to get to that size. from really tiny ones right there, but lots of them. All of these are from the same day, different sizes. You'll see some of them grow taller or bigger, and some of them stay smaller. I've been trying to get to 6 foot my whole life, and I've never gotten there. There's their life cycle. Again, different size jellies here. You got green water, rotifers, brine shrimp hatching right here. You have your polyps, so there's a lot of polyps here. We ran an estimate the other day, there's 10,000 polyps right there. Some new chrysal strobilation systems right here that we just plumbed in. Alex did a great job putting this together with a new sump and system. We're ready to roll with this system going now. Out here we have our water holding tanks for fresh water and mixing for salt water. Fish foods are all back in that refrigerator, and we have 3 different coral labs. Electric panels all on GFI circuits. All of this I basically designed by hand, and the team all put it all together. This is our first lab where we would bring corals through, quarantine them. We'll have different fish in inventory, but we're using a lot of vertical space. We own the building, so we're using the space very efficiently, and there's lots of corals in here for sale or not for sale. There's some clownfish. Actually, those are FJ props, clownfish right there. Those are going back in his new system that we're gonna set up on the floor on Friday. I thought about buying a Porsche GT3, and I thought, what the heck am I gonna do with a Porsche GT3? So I built a coral lab. This lab is really significant. We have a lot of coral, lots of softies here. There's 7 independent systems, 56 radions, 28 MP40s. There's 14 L2s in there, all Ecotech pumps. There's Clearwater scrubbers on every row, but 7 independent systems. DELTEC skimmers, DELTEC calcium reactors. We're dosing different liquids. We have our Triton up top, testing alkalinity. And you can see the buffer, the calcium trace and carbon that gets dosed in. Dehumidifier in each one of the labs. The temperature profile in this lab is about 77 degrees. In the jelly lab, we're running at about 69 to 70 degrees. They like it a little cooler for production, but the corals like it at around 77, 78, no less than 76. So we run temperature profiles in the buildings with wall units, and I have a backup wall unit. And then again, all of this is on Apex, so we monitor it constantly. So if one AC went down, the other one can run the whole building. And I usually set them at a different temperature profile. This one might be at 76, that one might be at 78. So one runs, and then we'll alternate those to keep them running. But it really helps it a lot. So our coral labs really has matured a lot. We've got a great team helping out with all aspects of aquaculture. So going back through the building in our rad section, chop saws, table saws, our CNC machine is covered up right now. PVC parts, I've got valves, every kind of PVC parts, pipes, all of the different components that we need to plumb any reef or jellyfish or freshwater aquarium. Vacuum system for the CNC. Here's a glass tank being built right now under construction. Joe's been working on this one. This is going in a high-rise residence in Boca Raton, right on the ocean. We'll get a video of this getting delivered, I think next Monday, but this is about I'm gonna say it's about 375, really nice. It's 70 inches by, it appears to be about 30 inches by 42 tall. All glass, silicone construction. We're still gonna put the 45s in here. We got strips on the bottom. Here's some great rock examples. Here's Marco rocks right here on the floor. That's our base pieces. This is the Aqua Roche that I've been using a lot to decorate. This is for just an example for a client that just came in. They have a large 50-inch aquarium. We'll do a Marco rock stack. We'll fill in the Aqua Roche on top and make it see-through. So it's kind of cool, but that's the beginning of a rock stack. Really neat product, but we always have all of this in inventory. Electrical components, more DELTEC pieces and parts, moving carts and build tables, and here is the building's dinner bell, or lunch bell we call it. And coming back through the offices, my wife stuck me here in the back in my own office. My discus are going to sleep. It's nice and quiet back here. I have my old all-glass aquarium sign, some neat things around. My little reef tank in my office is doing super well. Soft corals, mushrooms, a little fire coral from the aquaculture Florida rock. Same fish I've had in this aquarium for about 8 or 9 years now. Really doing really well. Upstairs we have marketing and sales. We got our great little kitchen inside there. So it's really kind of our home away from home from business. And Jolene has this great office up front, and her reef aquarium is really beautiful. She claims it's the best reef aquarium in the whole office. But yeah, it's really special, nice little reef aquarium. So if you're coming to visit us, we're here typically 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Sometimes if somebody comes through the weekends, we give a tour as well. But it's a neat place to visit. You can at least look in through the showroom, see the beautiful reef aquarium, the jellyfish aquariums, the salt cylinder 5 and 2-gallon nano jellyfish aquariums. We have our rad books always available here. So if somebody came by, we just had a guy from Canada come in. We have a whole group coming in March, and here's our Reef Aquaria Design booklet. We have CHEMI-PURE brochures and everything too. So if you really want an aquarium education and learn from an aquarium of knowledge, you can come visit us here in Fort Lauderdale. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.